When I first started doing YouTube and everything else, my focus was on laser tag and Nerf, and I would get questions on, hey, when are you going to make another Nerf video, or is laser tag better than Nerf, or vice versa, or whatever. Most folks that have a channel like mine, or most people that are at least following mine, it seems like, have Nerf and do Nerf, and then I have laser tag videos that they occasionally skip over. So I figured I'd kind of explain why I do both. They're both a lot of fun to me. They both have their strengths and weaknesses. And actually, originally when I started doing this stuff, the whole purpose behind Tactical Tag, which was my blog and now is my Facebook page, is to kind of use Nerf as a way of, alright, this is more accessible, more people do Nerf, but then also to show them what I'm doing with laser tag to kind of pique some more interest in that, because there are thousands, endless numbers of Nerf blogs and websites and YouTube channels, and there's not really a whole lot for laser tag. And I've really enjoyed doing both, so I figured maybe if somebody in Nerf saw what I was doing with laser tag, they'd figure it out too, and they can have as much fun as I've been doing. I'm going to start off by kind of explaining Nerf, and in general, not Nerf, wow, laser tag, this just says Nerf on the back of it. This is by Hasbro, it's a Phoenix LTX. But for the most part, I do laser tag outdoors, and I do Nerf indoors. I know a lot of Nerfers also play outdoors, but there's a lot of strengths to laser tag that lead me to use this instead of that when I'm outside. Now, for those who are completely laser tag illiterate, laser tag's like a really souped up version of flashlight tag. You're taking infrared light, which is invisible, it's not actually shooting lasers, shooting that through a magnified lens, essentially to focus that beam of light. So instead of with flashlight tag, when you just shine the light on somebody close by, you're shining a light on somebody's sensor, which is designed to receive the coded signal that this is being sent through, hundreds of feet away. To give you an idea, now my backyard is kind of in pieces thanks to the guys digging it up right now, but those trees way off there, not even the ones that are close, the ones way off there that are about 300 feet away, I can hit with if there's somebody with another laser tag blaster over there, I can hit him no problem, line of sight shooting. It's focused light, so really your only limitation is to how well or how poorly that light is being focused. Some laser tag blasters only have a range of, 75 to 120 feet. But these guys can pretty reliably hit shots, especially using those iron sights, about 500, 600 feet away, which is kind of unheard of with everything else. So if you're doing stuff with airsoft or paintball or Nerf outdoors, you A, have the elements in your way, so wind can throw off your shot and accuracy and all that stuff, but B, it's just harder to hurl a projectile 500, 600 feet without killing somebody or causing serious harm to them. Laser tag, it's not really using lasers, it's kind of an infinite amount of use that you can have with that. So being able to shoot somebody that far away with that much accuracy is a lot of fun. I've been doing it with a laser tag group that I've headed up for pretty much since 2006. So we seem to like it. We've been doing it outdoors for ages now. So that's kind of nice. And there's also no dart pickup or any cleanup really to be mentioned anywhere. You shoot, you call it a day. So it's pretty easy. Indoors you can do that obviously then too, but if you have all that range, why not use it? So I prefer to use laser tag outdoors just because it's a lot more fun to me to be able to shoot that far and take cover and run all over creation and all that good stuff. So that's kind of a brief overview of laser tag. I really should have by now, but I will have a review of the Phoenix LTX up here at some point in the future, so there will be a link here, hopefully, to that review. On to Nerf. Yes, I know, Daff. The neighbor's dog is there. Nerf's a ton of fun. There's a reason it's got a great following, and I think the thing that makes Nerf so accessible is that unlike laser tag, you can use any Nerf blasters with any other foam dart shooting type projectile style blasters. Buzzbee, Air Warriors, really doesn't matter which manufacturer is making the blasters. You can use them all together, and even use different ammo types, Mega, Rival, whatever. If it's foam and it can hit you and it won't kill you, they tend to be pretty cross-compatible. So the platforms are all very versatile. Plus, there's dozens of types of designs on blasters, whereas laser tag, well, I mean, man, someday, if there were a better following for these, I feel like there'd be way more designs for them, but I'll get to that later. The physical aspect of dodging a dart is a lot of fun. Because, well, they're not the most accurate thing in the world, as you just saw. I shot in the same... I'm out of ammo already, but shot in the same area, and they all have different trajectories, and the range is much shorter, which is why I like doing this inside. Dart pickup indoors is a whole lot easier. Ranges make a lot more sense indoors. I'm not as bothered by the fact that I can only hit like 30 to 50 feet flat, because indoors, that's really all you need, especially in a house. Maybe not so much doing hallway warfare in an office or church or school. But yeah, the ranges on Nerf, their limitations aren't nearly as noticeable indoors as they are outside. So between the dart pickup being a little bit more difficult outdoors, indoors, yeah, they can get underneath stuff, but you can at least always find them. Sometimes you lose a dart in some trees or some bushes, and you'll find it again 20 years later that's been chewed up by a squirrel. But yeah, tons of options here to modify really either of these. Let's get to that point, Daff, shall we? It's a good idea. So this blaster costs about $32. You can get them on Amazon Prime in a set of 2 for $64. Grab 12 AA batteries and you're good to go. This was, I think, around the same price when they came out, like upper 20s, lower 30s for price for one of them. I guess the upside is you can get started in Nerf much cheaper than you can with laser tag, because you can pick up, 8 or a $10 or $12 blaster and still be doing pretty good. But there are ways to change these guys up to your liking, which I really enjoy. I'm a tinkerer. I like to modify things. So the fact that you can do that from the manufacturer and change things up is kind of nifty. N-Strike, gosh, the whole success of this lineup is all the different combinations that you can have on them. Laser tag, you can have, well, as long as they were designed for it, which they're, admittedly, this is really all there are for accessories. You have a shot blast for short range, 3-round burst, and a green dot sight to help you make use of that several 100-foot range. But outside of that, it really doesn't matter what the manufacturers make for it to allow you to customize, if you like customizing stuff on your own anyways. Which brings me over to this table. Hi, Daff. Modified Nerf blaster, modified broken Nerf blaster to be a laser tag blaster. Here's the sensor up here for the LTX DMR. One of my favorite builds of all time. Nice and big and heavy, and better, wider lens on there for longer ranges. Fun repainted, modified sling fire for Nerf. There's all kinds of modifying you can do really with either of them, which is kind of why I prefer these guys over like airsoft and paintball. Most of those modified things you have to go out and buy. Yes, you can go out and buy things to modify these. There are kits for them. But a lot of this stuff you can just do at home on your own, or kind of take whatever you want and turn it into whatever you want. It's a little more difficult to do that, I feel like, with other types of shooting type sports. Nerf and Laser Tag are relatively easy to do that with. It is trickier, I think, to put Nerf guts into something else than it is to put laser tag guts into something else, because there's a whole physical set of things that need to work and be in line here. Whereas really all you need to find is enough space for that emitter to be mounted, for this sensor dome to be mounted, and then just kind of put everything else wherever you can on the blaster. I could make a laser tag cardboard box. I I should do that. That'd be funny. Anyway, so there's reasons really to pick up either of them. And like I mentioned before, I do laser tag outdoors and Nerf indoors for those reasons. I really wish there were more people that did Nerf outside by me. If you host it, they will come. And I've been hosting laser tag games for ages, but I guess I just haven't been. Maybe I should start hosting Nerf games then too. I'm not sure. But if you're in the Omaha area, in Nebraska, if you're in the Midwest and you're doing stuff, leave a comment in there. I would love to get involved with some more outdoor stuff there. If you're interested in doing some laser tag games with me here in the Omaha area, just hit me up on YouTube or whatever, and we've got games every now and then that are a ton of fun, and I have a ton of these to loan out, so if you don't have one, you're welcome to play. But yeah, gosh, it's been long overdue since I've really reached out and done something like this, or explained why I do what I do. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned something. I hope you do both like I do, because they're both a ton of fun. And I've been doing both of them for quite a while now, so yeah, sharing the love.